Here we're going to find the slope given 2 points, and we're going to use this formula right here. So the first step I would recommend is label our points x, y. So I'm going to label this x, y. X always comes before y in the alphabet, same with coordinates. Now personally, I don't care if it is x1, y1, x2, y2. I don't put those there. So I'm not going to in this video either. I am just going to know I'm going to start with my point on the left, and then I'm going to end with my point on the right. Let me show you what I mean. Before I start substituting in, I always draw my line and I put my minus signs there. That's the biggest mistake people make, is that minus signs, especially dealing with negatives. So y is on the top. I'm going to start with my point on the left, end with my point on the right. So I'm going to put the 1 here, the 3 here. X is in the bottom. Start with the point on the left, end with the point on the right. 1, 4. Now simplify. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. 1 minus 4 is negative 3. And can we simplify that some more? A negative divided by a negative is positive. So this is the same as 2/3, positive 2/3. And I can't simplify that fraction anymore. Let's try another. All right, again, label our points, x, y, x, y. X always comes before y in the alphabet. I'm going to draw my line. I'm going to put my minus signs there. Now I'm going to substitute in. Let's start with my left point, end with my right point. So y is on the top, 9, 9. X is in the bottom. Again, start with my left, end with my right. 5, 3. All right, let's simplify. 9 minus 9 is 0. 5 minus 3 is 2. Let's put this into our calculator. 0 divided by 2. It's 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. What does that mean? That means my slope is 0. If I were to graph it, it would be a flat line. No steepness at all. If instead you had a 0 in the denominator, what would you get if you put 2 divided by 0 in your calculator? You would get error. This is undefined. And what would that look like? If you graph it, it would be a vertical line. Let's try another. Label our points. X, y, x, y. X always comes before y. My line, my minus signs. These minus signs are very important now because we have some negatives. So let's start with our y's. I'm going to do my left and then my right. 5, negative 5. Now let's do the x's. The left and then the right. So negative 4, negative 8. All right, let's simplify. If you look at this in the top, if there's ever minus a negative, what's that mean? That's the same as adding. So I'm just going to change that to a plus. So in the top, my numerator, I have 5 plus 5, which is 10. And in the bottom, again, minus a negative is the same as plus. So if I have negative 4 and then I add an 8, now it is positive 4. So I'm going to leave my answer as a fraction because with slope, especially when you're trying to graph an equation using slope, it's typically just given as a fraction, not a decimal, not a mixed number. So let's just simplify this fraction because 10 and 4 are both even, so I can divide them both by 2, and I get 5 over 2. Let's try one more. All right, x, y, x, y. X always comes before y. Let's draw our line and our minus signs. So, y's, I'm going to start with my left one, 4, and then my right one, negative 2. 4, negative 2. Then the x's. Negative 2, 10. Negative 2, 10. Now let's simplify. In the top, I have a minus a negative. So again, remember that's the same as adding. This is 4 plus 2, which is 6. And in the bottom, I have negative 2 minus 10. So negative 2, and then I went 10 more negative. So I'm negative 12. So is this how I write my answer? 6 over negative 12? No, think of this as a positive 6 divided by negative 12. A positive divided by a negative is a negative number. So I'm just going to put the negative sign out front and then 6 over 12. 6 over 12, can I simplify that? Yeah, 6 and 12, I can divide both of those by 6. So this is negative 1/2.